Long ago, in the quiet hills of Bethlehem, lived a young shepherd boy named David. He wasn't strong like a soldier, or tall like a king, but he had something special, a heart full of courage and a deep love for God. And sometimes that's all you need. Every day, David cared for his father's sheep. He played songs on his harp, watched the skies, and protected the flock from lions and bears, all by himself. Not bad for the youngest in the family. But one morning, his life would change forever. David's father, Jesse, called him from the fields. "Take this bread and cheese to your brothers," he said. "They're fighting in the army with King Saul against the Philistines." So David packed the food and set off down the dusty path, not knowing he was walking into a battlefield. In the valley of Elah, two armies stared at each other from opposite hills. On one side, the Israelites, nervous and afraid. On the other, a terrible giant. His name was Goliath, nearly 10 feet tall, covered in bronze armor and carrying a giant spear. With a voice like thunder, "Send out your champion! Let him fight me!" But no one moved, not even the bravest soldier. King Saul and his advisors were afraid. No one could defeat the giant until David arrived. When David heard Goliath's challenge, something stirred inside him. Why is no one standing up to him? His brothers laughed. The soldiers scoffed. But David believed. He knew this wasn't just a battle of swords, it was a battle of faith. David stood before King Saul. "I will go. The Lord who rescued me from lions and bears will rescue me now." He refused the heavy armor. It didn't fit. He didn't need it. Just 5 smooth stones and his sling. As the armies watched, David walked into the valley, alone, small, brave. "Is this your champion? A boy?" But David didn't waver, not for a moment. He reached into his pouch, pulled out a stone, swung his sling once, twice, and let it fly. The giant fell. Just like that. The Philistines turned and ran. The Israelites cheered. And David, the humble shepherd boy, became a hero. Not because he was tall, not because he was strong, but because he had faith. And with faith, even the smallest voice can bring down the biggest giants. And this, children, is the story of David and Goliath.